Hey guys, it's Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but lately we're doing daily tarot. So I already said my prayer, I already set my intentions, and we'll get right into it, picking cards for the day. So Spirit, what messages do people need to hear that are watching this video? Wow, okay. Wow, okay. Let me get one of these for advice. Okay, so we have Mirror, Who or What is Triggering You. We have Hera, Commitment. We have I Am Action and Confirmation. We also have Oya with Power. We have Size times 3, the Empress, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so remember yesterday we were talking about being triggered and coming out of that and allowing it to help us to see the parts of ourselves that needed healing and see the parts of ourselves that might be struggling, particularly inner child places that might be struggling or hurting, or old patterns that we tend to repeat and go back through. So here with the Mirror card, the Who or What is Triggering You, you can see she's seeing her reflection. And for me, it's saying that, you know, these situations are created by yourself. You put yourself into these situations so that you can learn and grow. And just as quick as they come, they go. Just like Cornica zooming across the room. Okay, so it's like Spirit's just reminding you that whenever something comes into your life to trigger you, try not to take it too seriously and try not to take yourself too seriously because you are creating this path. Also here with the roses, I feel like there's so much more to unfold and life is just one big learning experience. So the more you can remain a neutral observer on this path we call life, when you get triggered, the easier it's going to be. Also with the roses here, there is a connection to the Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, Santa Muerte, ancestors with the roses, Mary Magdalene. So there is a connection there with that as well. I'm also seeing that water is going to be really, really healing for you. So whether that's going outside and actually swimming in water or laying in water, if it's warm where you are, or if that's taking a really healing bath or just drinking a fuck ton of water today, water is going to heal you. And they're saying too, when you're drinking your water, you should say the affirmations that are like, you know, this water heals my body, this water hydrates my body, this water detoxifies and cleanses my body. I love this water and this water loves me, you know, that kind of energy. That experiment where the guy talked to his water and he talked to it like really rude, and then like the rice, I think it's rice, the rice turned moldy like after he talked to it terrible. And when you talk rude to water, it actually changes the cellular makeup of the water. And so we're like 90% water or something like that. And it was a big experiment to show that like the words we say to ourselves and the way we treat ourselves really is what manifests in our physical form in our body, whether that's in our like mind or other physical issues. So mental health or physical issues. Okay, there's just a lot of information here. So Spirit's saying that you passed a test here. So here with the Who or What is Triggering You, I feel like yesterday we passed the test. We came out on the other end. Here with the Hera card for commitment, it was like we made a commitment to ourselves and we stood our ground and we knew our own power here with Oya. And so we stood in that power, and then we got action and confirmation, or today we're going to get some action and confirmation that we did the right thing. There's going to be something actually that's really enjoyable that happens today with the Three of Cups. I see as well just like good times and celebration, and I see that your spirits are actually celebrating this win. So whatever it was that triggered you, whatever it was that you went through, yesterday or the day before, the difficulties that you overcame, Spirit's actually celebrating now about, you know, you overcoming those obstacles, you overcoming those issues. Now here with the Three of Pentacles as well, this is about building foundations. And this card with this guy always reminds me, it makes me feel like he's looking at his inner child. And his inner child is carrying a huge burden. And so it's like, in going through the issue that you had, that triggered you. It taught you the places in yourself that needed a stronger foundation, and also the areas connected to your inner child that needed healing or needed attention, or the parts of your inner child that were still holding a ton of baggage. Also, I see that it's like you're slowly chipping away at... Sorry, Cornica just knocked something over in the neighbor's house. She's not going to be allowed over there alone anymore because she just keeps making a big fucking mess over there. Are you okay, Cornica? I almost feel like this was like you. So, okay, I understand. So Spirit's saying in the past, like your spirits had to check you in certain situations. Your spirits had to remove you. Yes, hello. What'd you do? Yeah, come on up. Come on. What'd you do? What'd you do? Come on, get up here. Come on. Come on, say hi to everyone. Say hi, what'd you do? What'd you do? She's purring. Okay, so in the past when something was happening here, like that you experienced that was similar to you being triggered with this mirror card, when something like that happened in the past, you didn't choose yourself. You didn't have commitment to yourself, and you didn't understand or recognize your own power, and so Spirit had to remove you from those situations. This was a major, major breakthrough because you had the commitment to yourself, you stood in your power, and you, I almost feel like it was a test. You removed yourself from the situation before Spirit had to catapult you out of it. And so because of this, it's like you're seeing the parts of yourself, like I was saying, I can see a chisel here. It's like you're chiseling away at the parts of yourself that still need healing in order for you to come into a state of more peace and bliss and whatever. And so going back to what I was saying about how she's not going to be allowed over there by herself because she keeps making a mess, it's like you prove to your spirits that you're allowed back over at the neighbor's house because you're not making a mess anymore. So it's like, so my neighbors, they're from Mexico and they're gone for half of the year, and so I just let Cornica kind of roam over at the neighbor's house because she likes it, and there's, you know, whatever. And I also set up all my resin and my art and everything over there because my house is so small. It's like nice to have the extra space. And yeah, so she's gonna just be needing a little bit more supervision when she goes over there, and that's fine because she's a baby, she's a cat, she's a baby, whatever. So you, in the past, Spirit had to not allow you to do these things by yourself, or they had to actually physically remove you from these situations because you were getting triggered, but not recognizing that you had everything you needed in order to remove yourself from the situation that was triggering you. So now it's like this huge major breakthrough where you went from like child to Empress, especially that inner child. Like it was like the inner child was running the show whenever you were getting triggered and was being very reactionary. And as you chisel away at these little pieces that need to be healed, it becomes easier and easier to not be so reactionary and not be so upset or angry or triggered into old behavior or old communication styles that you had before you started your healing journey. Basically going into old neural pathways that you've been working really hard to get rid of and create new ones. And so I see this is actually really huge, and Spirit's saying you're not giving yourself enough credit. So today they'd like you to give yourself more credit because they're very, very excited for you because this test that you just passed showed them that they can now, size 3 right here, it's like they can put more on your plate abundance-wise, because you were able to pull yourself out of a difficult situation without Spirit having to interfere. And so it's like they can trust you with more responsibility and more abundance and more gifts and more everything else because you chose yourself over a triggering situation and you didn't lose your cool in a triggering situation. And they're saying that you need to give yourself more credit because this is huge. This is a really big, strong, stable shift in your personal energy and in the way that you handle interpersonal relationships or situations that trigger you into an old state of being and thinking. Here with the Empress, it's like you finally got over the hump, and it's like you're finally starting to see yourself for the true value that you hold, and you are also just being kinder to yourself. You're seeing yourself more through other people's eyes. So honestly, a lot of times we can be really, really, really hard on ourselves, and we don't show ourselves the same slack that we show everybody else. And so it's like here with the ×3 and the Empress, it's like you're being gifted. I actually feel like you're going to be gifted some, I feel a little cloudy today. Like I feel like I'm not as able to easily read today for whatever reason. Like the messages feel clouded, so perhaps you'll feel a little cloudy today. But at the same time, it's also going to be the stepping stone towards the next step. And maybe you're not supposed to see what's around the corner, so that could be why you're feeling a little cloudy or having a hard time tapping in to spirit and stepping into this Empress energy. But it's like I was saying, you know, we can be so hard on ourselves and so forgiving of other people. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe you haven't been hard enough on yourself and you've been just giving everybody else second chances and having this negative behavior. Today that shifts. Today you choose you. If you didn't choose you yesterday, you choose you today. And there's a major shift. And Spirit is really celebrating with you. And with action and confirmation, I feel like you're going to get a blessing today. There's a blessing coming in that's going to show you that the way that you just handled the triggering situation yesterday was worth it. And then this is going to solidify the whole size ×3 that you have the wherewithal to be trusted with more power, more responsibility, more money, more abundance, more gifts, whatever it is that they want to give you more of. They feel like they can trust you with it. And even look at how these two are mirroring each other here with the Oya and this. Like they're mirroring each other. They're jumping the same way. And it's like you're jumping into this new phase of life where you're making a commitment to yourself. You're getting a major gift today, even if it's a sign. Maybe you just get a major sign that like what you want is manifesting. But either way, you're going to get some sort of gift today, a big gift of action and confirmation. And the foundation continues to solidify and be stable. And you really do sift through the bullshit, okay? And sit on your throne in this Empress energy, truly loving yourself, valuing yourself, going back to the water thing, seeing yourself as you are, having kind self-talk, appreciating yourself, saying thank you for the kind things that you do for yourself. You know, I do that. Like, when I took myself to Miami, I kept saying, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Spirit. Like, I kept thanking my spirits, but I kept thanking myself, too, because I booked the trip. You know what I mean? And I really needed it. I really needed that trip. So, yeah, let's get you some charms. Okay, so we have a cat and a car. All right, so I feel like with the car today, he looks angry. So I feel like it's like about moving forward with grace and releasing the anger, right? Because don't he look like really angry? He's like, ah! If you need to scream in a pillow, scream in a pillow. If you need to punch a pillow, punch a pillow. Just Spirit's saying if you have anger left in your body, move it. Just like the car moves, move that anger. So put it into a piece of art. Make a really angry piece of art. They have, what's it called? They have, the rage rooms. You can go to a rage room and smash a bunch of stuff. Or you can journal it out. Journaling it would be really beneficial. Writing poetry would be beneficial. Really sitting with yourself and having a meditation to move through the energy would be beneficial. But it's like anger isn't serving you today. You're in a much healthier energy when you sit in that unconditional love and that childlike nurturing energy of like the inner child here with the cat and like the curiousness. And even like, okay, so like Kornika knocked that shit over and I was like, whatever, I'll deal with it after, you know what I'm saying? I didn't yell at her. I didn't get mad at her, whatever. Spirit's saying that's how you need to be treating yourself more, right? You can't be angry at yourself all the time or yelling at your inner child all the time or cutting yourself no slack. Here with the cat, it's like you just got to understand that there's going to be mistakes made along the way. There's going to be moments that are more difficult than others. And it's about holding space for yourself, showing yourself grace, and also, you know, transmuting your anger into something productive like art or journaling or whatever, because anger is a blanket emotion for deeper pain. And so when we can release it in a productive way, it helps us get to the root of the problem. So I would suggest that today, that you attempt to get to the root of the issue through art, okay? Or visualization if you can. and then really find out who or what is triggering you and why. And then I'm going to read this card, the size 3 card, size times 3. Sorry, but your spiritual waistline is expanding. You are growing your body and your soul, so buttons are popping off left and right. You are inviting in more divine guidance, allowing your big feelings to emerge and eating according to your intuition. You're getting big and embodying the spirit of Mother Earth. You may feel like your waistline is expanding. You may be outgrowing some people or circumstances in your life. This is a good thing. Becoming aware of new energetic realms can expand your consciousness, your clothing size, and your life in general. It can also be really, really annoying. Becoming big and beautiful means grappling with your ego's insistence that all must remain the same. Same is lame. Your guides are calling you forth to grow according to your divine plan. You are now integrating body, mind, and spirit. You have become a triple threat. If this requires you to acquire bigger clothing, different friends, or a new way of worship, so be it. It's time to embrace the magic number of 3. 3 is a fairy number full of possibilities. And the X for 3 times stands for exceptional. Translated, that means exceptional possibilities. Okay, and also I do want to say, I had someone tell me that psychics can get like overweight, or they can have a lot of physical problems in their body and like pain and stuff, and this is because your soul is trying to ground back into the physical realm. So it's important to get grounded today. And also remember, the past couple days I was talking about eating healthy, and then today I'm talking about drinking enough water. Let's just be really mindful about being kind to our bodies, because they're working so hard for us all the time. There's poison in everything, water, food, everything. So just be as kind to your body as possible, as gentle to your body as possible, and do your best to fill it with nutrients and love and kindness, rather than being too hard on yourself, okay? And then, of course, as always, if you want a daily numerology reading, you can head on over to see my friend Karen. I'll link her in the description. And yeah, like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it. And I'm just gonna say thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Amavra, Ashe Namaste, by the power of 3, so let it be, always works, always a blessing. Alright guys, I love you. Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.